Our focus will be on Section B in the WAEC 2025 series. The reason why we are going to answer only 6, 7, 9, and 10 without 8 is because question number 8 will be on construction, and we are going to make a video on that separately. Alright, now let's move to question number 6. Alright, in question 6, in a certain year, the consumption pattern of electricity charges in a town was as follows. The cost of the first 30 units was $1 per unit. The cost of the next 30 units was $7 per unit. The cost of each additional unit was $5. So the first question is, if Amaka used 420 units of electricity in January that year, calculate the amount paid. So now for the first one, we have that the first 30 units, we have, since the charges was $1, we have 30 times $1. That will give me $30. Then we also have that the next 30 units was $7. So the next 30 units is 30 times the $7. That will give me 30 times 7 will give me 210. So $210. So the remaining units will be 420 minus the 60 we have already used. So we have 420 minus the 60 that has been used already. That will give us a difference of 360 units. Don't forget the question says, if Amaka used 420 units of electricity in January that year, calculate the amount that she paid. So now we have that 360 units times $5. That's what is being given in the question. It says that the cost of each additional unit was $5. So we have 360 units times the $5 will give me 360 times 5 will give me $1,800. So now the total amount that she has paid, will give me, first she paid $30, sorry, not naira, dollars. Next one she paid 210, and finally she paid 1,800. So this will give us 30 plus 210 plus 1,800. That will give us $2,040. Alright, for B, if Amaka paid $2,740 in the month of February, calculate the number of units of electricity that she consumed. Alright, so we have that if she paid from the question we have 2,740 dollars in February. Alright, so the combined cost of the first 60 units, we have the combined cost of the first 60 units, that was $30 plus $210. So that was a sum of $240. So amount in the additional unit, the amount in the additional unit is, sorry, not naira, we have $2,740. So we are going to subtract this from this. So we have 2,740 minus 240 will give us 2,040. $2,500. So the number of additional units will give us the amount in additional units, which is 2,500 divided by 5. So this will give us 5 goes into 25, that is 5, 0, 0. So that will give us 500 units. Hence, the number of units of the electricity consumed will give us 60. That was consumed 30 plus the first 30, the second one 30 plus 500 units. That will give us 560 units. So for C, we find the correct to two decimal place the percentage change in units of electricity consumed by a marker in January and February. C, question C, we have that the January units we had 420. So for February, the February units, we got 560 units. So 560 units. So now to calculate the percentage change, that will be the new one for February minus the old one divided by the old one times 100 over 1. So for the new one, we have 560 minus 420 over 420 times 100 over 1. So we have 560 minus 420, that will give us 140 over 420 times 100 over 1. So 140 divided by 240 will give me 1 over 3 times 100 over 1. So 100 divided by 3, that will give us 33.3%. Now, the question says that we should find correct to two decimal place. So it therefore means our answer cannot be 33.3%. So 100 divided by 3 is a recurring decimal. So we can write this as 33.33%. Alright, for question 7, Euro drove from a town, Gaja, to Banga. After 2 hours in the journey, he observed that he had covered 80 kilometers and realized that if he continued driving at the same average speed, he would end up being late for 15 minutes. If he decided to increase the average speed by 10 kilometers per hour, he would arrive at Banga 36 minutes earlier. So we have to find the distance between Gaja and Banga with this. Alright, let's not forget to calculate for the question now, speed. We have, for the first one, we said this after 2 hours in the journey, you observed that he had covered 80 kilometers. So the speed he used was the distance, 80 over the time, 2 hours, that will give us 40 kilometers per hour. It therefore means, it therefore means that he used 40 kilometers per hour in the first part of the drive. So now in this case now, so at 40 kilometers per hour, time is d, the distance over 40. Alright, so after 40, don't forget that if we decided to increase the average speed by 10 kilometers per hour, that means we're going to add 40 plus 10 kilometers, that will give us, so at 50 kilometers per hour, t will be d over 50. So in this case now, don't forget that we have been told from the question that it would end up being late for 15 minutes. you will end up being late for 15 minutes. So now let's calculate 15 minutes, then convert it to hours. And our answer will be in a fraction. So in 15 minutes, we have 15 over 60. 60 is 1 hour, so 15 over 60 will give us 1 over 4 hour. So now don't forget, we also have 36 minutes. You would arrive at Banga 36 minutes earlier. So let's convert 36 minutes to hours. So for 36 minutes, we have 36 over 60. 36 over 60 will give us 3 over 5 hours. So now we have d over 40 is equals to t plus 1 over 4, the time, that is if it's late. Also we have d over 50, as we have here, that is t minus 3 over 5 if it's early in the question. All right, so in this case now, so if you subtract this from this, we have d over 40 minus d over 50. This, for d over 40, it is equivalent to t plus 1 over 4. Then for d over 50 is equivalent to t minus 3 over 5. So in this case now, let's open the bracket. So we have t plus 1 over 4 minus times t is giving us minus t. Minus times minus is plus 3 over 5. So now in this case now we have t minus t is 0. So this is off. So we are now left with d over 40 minus d over 50, which is equals to 1 over 4 plus 3 over 5. Alright, so in this case now we are going to find the LCM of 40 and 50, that is 200. So 40 goes into 200, that is going to be 5 times. 5 times d is 5d, minus we have 50 goes into 200, that is 4 times. 4 times d is 4d. This will give us LCM of 5 and 4 is 20. So we have 4 goes in here 4 times. 4 goes in here 5 times. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 goes in here 4 times. 4 plus 4 times 3. 5 goes in here 4 times. 4 times 3 gives us 12. So in this case now we have 5d minus 4d gives us d over 200 is equals to 17 over 20. So we cross multiply. So 20d is equals to 200 times 17. So in this case now I have 20d is equals to 2 times 17. That will give us 34. I restore back my double zeros. So in this case now I'm going to divide both sides by 20. So therefore 0 cancels 0. 2 goes in here 1. Carry 1 goes here 7. 0. So d will give us 170 kilometers. That means the distance from Banga, between Banga and Gaja, is 170 kilometers. Alright, for number 9, Mrs. Otto spends 1 over 9 of her monthly salary on rent, 1 over 2 on food, and 1 over 4 on clothes, and still had $195 left. How much does she earn in a month? So we are going to know our salary from here. Now, our salary, we don't know. You can call that X. So she spends 1 over 9 of her salary on rent. So for rent, that is 1 over 9 of X. That will give us 3 X over 9. So we have 1 over 2 on food. For food, we have 1 over 2 of the X. Then we also have 1 over 4 on clothes. 1 over 4 That will give us x over 4. And she still had $195 left. So we are going to add this together and subtract it from the x, and we are going to have $195. So now in this case now, therefore, x, the salary minus, we are going to sum this together. We have x over 9 plus x over 2 plus x over 4. This from the equation is giving us $195. Now in this case now we have x minus, find the LCM of 9, 2 and 4. 9, 2 and 4, that will give us 36. Alright, so 9 goes in here times x will give us 4x. 2 goes in here, that is 18 times x is 18x. 4 goes into 36 times x will give us 9x equals to 195. So in this case we have x minus 4 plus 18 plus 9 will give us 31x over 36 equals to 195. Alright, I can write this as x over 1. We have 36. So we have, that's more fun, and 36 is 36. So 1 goes into 36. 36 times 36 times x is 36x. 36 goes into itself 1 times 31x is 31x equals to 195. So 36 minus 1, that is 31, gives us 5x over 36 is equals to 195. So in this case now we have to find x, which is our salary. So we are going to cross multiply. So we have 5x is equals to 195 times 36. So 5x will give us 0, 2, 0, 7. So 5x is equals to 7020. Alright, so in this case, I'm going to divide both sides by 5. So x is equals to 5 goes into 7, that is 1 time remainder 2. 5 goes into 20, that is 4. 5 goes into 2, that is 0. Carry 2. So 5 goes into 20, that is 4. So x, since the money is in dollars, will be $1,404. Alright, for the B part, we have a sector of a circle of radius 62 subtends an angle of 105 degrees at the center. So we have to calculate the perimeter, calculate the area of the sector. So pi will be 22/7. Alright, so now let's draw the circle. Surrounded by an arc. So we have the radius is 6 cm. So the angle here is 105 degrees. So we have to calculate the perimeter. So the perimeter of sector is equals to theta over the angle over 360 times 2 pi r plus 2r. So in this case now we have the angle here is 105 degrees over 360 degrees times 2 times pi. We are being asked to use 22/7. The r is 6 plus 2 in bracket 6, since r is 6. So in this case now we have, so permit me to use my calculator. Alright, so this will end up giving us 11 plus 2 times 6 will give us 12. Alright, so the perimeter will give us 12 plus 11, 23 centimeters. Okay, the next part of the question says we should find the area of the sector. area of a sector will give us theta over 360 times pi r square. So now in this case now, we have the angle is 105 degrees over 360 degrees, times pi is 22/7, r is 6, but r square is 6 raised to the power of 2. Alright, in this case now, if you simplify this will give us 33 centimeter square. But in this case, the best option is to multiply everything in the numerator and divide it by everything we have in the denominator. That's how you're going to get your 33 centimeters square. Alright, for number 10, the cost C of feeding some students in a class is partly constant and partly varies as the number of students n in the class. For 8 students, the cost is $70, and 10 students, the cost is $90. So the first question, we have to find an expression for C in terms of n. The second one, the cost of feeding 12 students. Now, this question is a question under partial variation. So first of all, we must have a constant. We must have an expression as C is equals to K plus Xn. In this case now, we have K and the X as constant. Alright, from the first statement we have, for 8 students, the cost is $70. So we have 70 is equals to K plus 8 students. So 8x, sorry. That is equation 1. The second one we have 10 students, the cost is $90. So 90 K plus 10x, that is equation 2. So we have to subtract equation 1 from 2. So subtract equation 1 from equation 2. Alright, so 90 minus 70, that will give us 20. So K minus K, that is off. So we have 10 minus 8 will give us 2x. So in this case now, we are going to divide both sides by 2. So x is equals to 20 divided by 2 gives us 10. So now from equation 1, we have 70 is equals to K plus 8x. So now we're going to substitute the value of x into equation 1. So we have 70 is equals to K plus 8, x is 10. So in this case, we have 70 is equals to K plus 80. So we have 70 minus 80 is equals to K. So K is equals to 70 minus 80 gives us minus 10. So in this case now, we are going to find the expression for C in terms of n. In this case now, we have gotten the value of K and for x. So now to express C in terms of n, we have C, we have K plus xn. So now C is equals to K, in this case is minus 10 plus x is 10 n. So this will give us C is equals to minus 10 plus 10 n. Alright, in the second part of the question, we have to find the cost of feeding 12 students. Now, don't forget our first answer for the expression for C in terms of n. We had C is equals to minus 10 plus 10 n. In this case now, the cost of feeding 12 students will be C equals to minus 10 plus 10. The value of n will be 12. Alright, so C equals to minus 10 plus 10 times 12 is 120. So C is equals to minus 10 plus 120 will give us 110. Don't forget that our value is in dollars, so that will be $110. Alright, for the second part of the question, in the diagram, A, B, C, and D are points on a circle. Line AB is parallel to DC, as you can see. Now line AC and BD intersect at X. and the angle BDC is equals to 40 degrees. So we have to find angle ACD. So now we have that ABD is equals to BDC. What do I mean by that? ABD, the same thing as BDC. Alright, so what's the reason for that? They are alternate angles. Okay, next one we have ACD is equals to ABD. They are angles in the same segment. That is why ACD is equals to ABD. They are angles in the same segment. It therefore means that ACD is equal to 40 degrees. Since ABD is the same thing as BCD, so we have that ACD is equals to 40 degrees. Alright, the next one we have to find angle AXD. So in this case now we know that ACD, the first question, is equals to BAC, which is equals to 40 degrees. So AXD will be 180 minus AXB. Alright, this will give us 180 minus, for AXB, that will give us 180 minus 40 plus 40. So this will give us 180 minus 180 minus 80. So this will give us 180 degrees minus 100. This will give us 80 degrees. It therefore means that angle AXD is equal to 80 degrees. Alright, for number 11, given that we have P, this matrix, so we have Q also this. So we have to find PQ plus 2Q. Now, in this case now, we have to find, let's find 2Q first. So we have, for Q, we have 1 minus 1, 3 minus 2. So for 2Q, we are going to multiply this by 2. 1 minus 1, 3, and minus 2. So this will give us 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. So 2Q is equals to this. So now the next one, we have been told to find, okay, we are going to find PQ. So PQ. So from the question we have that P is 2, 4 minus 9, 1 times the Q, which is 1 minus 1, 3 minus 2. So we're going to multiply multiply P by Q. So in this case now, for PQ, we have 2 times 1 plus we have 4 times 3. 4 times 3. Also we have minus 9 times 1. Minus 9 times 1. Plus we also have 1 times 3. 1 times 3. Okay, so we have 2 times minus 1. 2 times minus 1. We also have plus, so we have 4 times minus 2. So we also have minus 9 times minus 1. So minus 9 times minus 1 plus we have 1 times the minus 2. 1 times minus 2. Alright, if you want to know more about this, you can watch our video on metrics. Alright, so let's proceed. PQ we have, so 2 plus 12 will give us 14. So minus 9 plus 3 will give us a minus 6. So 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 plus minus 8 will give us minus 10. So we have minus 9 times minus 1 will give us 9. 9 plus minus 2 will give us 9 plus minus 2 will give us 7. Alright, so therefore PQ plus 2Q will give us, so for PQ we had, for PQ we had 14 minus 10 minus 6 and 7. So for 2Q we had 2 minus 2, 6 and minus 4. So in this case now, so we have 14 plus 2 give us 16. So minus 10 plus minus 2, that will give us minus 10 minus 2, that will give us a minus 12. The next one we have minus 6 plus 6 is 0. So 7 plus minus 4 will give us 3. So PQ plus 2Q will give us this. Alright, for the B part, a ball contains 8 red balls and some white balls, all of the same size. If the probability of drawing at random a white ball from the bag is half the probability of drawing a red ball, find the number of white balls in the bag. Alright, so from the question we have that red balls, there are 8, then the white balls have not been given. So now let's find the total. So total will give us the red plus the white, that is 8 plus x. Now the probability of having the white ball, alright, from the question it says if the probability of drawing at random a white ball from the back is half the probability of drawing a red ball. Alright, so in this case now, half the probability will give us x over 8 plus x. Alright, so in this case now, we have the probability of drawing the red ball will give us 8, because the red balls are 8 over 8 plus x. So now alright, so now we have x over 8 plus x is equals to half. In the question we have that it is half the probability of drawing a red ball. So since the red ball is 8 over 8 plus x, so half of it will be times 8 over x, 8 plus x. So we are going to multiply both sides by 8 plus x. So we have x over 8 plus x times 8 plus x is equals to 1 over 2 times 8 over 8 plus x times 8 plus x. This cancels this. This cancels this. 2 goes into itself, 1 goes into 8 as 4 times. So x is equals to 4. So since x is equals to 4, the number of white balls is equals to 4. Alright, for question number 12, first part we have the 8th term of an arithmetic progression is 46 and the sum of the first 8 terms is 200. Find the first term, sum of the first 12 terms. Alright, so now in this case now, in arithmetic progression, the nth term is a plus n minus 1 d. the D is the common difference, A is the first term. Alright, so now from the equation we have been told that the 8th term is 46. Alright, so therefore means that the 8th term is equals to A plus 8 minus 1 D. So the 8th term, which is 46, is equals to A plus 7 D. So we can use this as equation 1. Now, the sum of the terms we have of a particular number, we have n over 2 in bracket 2a plus n minus 1 d. Alright, so we have been told the sum of terms for the first 8 terms to be 200. Alright, so the sum of the first 8 terms is 200 in the question. So we have, for the sum of the first 8 terms, we have n is 8 over 2a, since we have not been given the first term, so 2a plus 8 minus 1 and d. Alright, so the 8th term, we have 4 in bracket 2a plus 8 minus 1 gives us 7. 7 times d is 7d. So the sum of the first 8 terms you already know is 200. So 200 is equals to 4 in bracket 2a plus 7d. So we can divide both sides by 4. Alright, let's divide both sides by 4. This cancels this. So 4 goes into 200, that's 50. So we are now left with 2a plus 7d. Alright, so the next thing we are going to do, okay, don't forget, let's give this equation 2. This I already have equation 1. So now from equation 1, we have 46 is equals to a plus 7d. So we can actually rearrange this as 7d is equal to 46 minus a. Alright, so in this case now, we are going to put, so let's call this equation 3. So we are going to put equation 3 into equation 1. Okay, let's put it into equation 2. Alright, so into equation 2 we are going to have 50. Equation 2 says 50 is equals to 2a plus 7d. So in this case we have 50 is equals to 2a. Don't forget that our 7d in this case was 46 minus a. So I will use plus 46 minus a. So we have 50 is equals to 2a minus a plus 46. So in this case now, I have 50, other like terms, minus 46 is equals to 2a minus a gives us a. So a is equals to 4. So the first term is 4. So I'm going to substitute a into equation 1. Alright, equation 1 says 46 is equals to a plus 7d. So now I have 46 is equals to a is 4 plus 7d. So in this case now I have 46 minus 4 equals to 7d. So 46 minus 4 is 42. 42 is equals to 7d. I divide both sides by 7. So d is equals to 42 divided by 7 will give us 6. The common difference will help us in the second part of the question. So we have to find the sum of the first 12 terms. In this case now we have gotten a to be 4, common difference to be 6, and the number of terms to be 12 according to the second question. So now we are going to use this to find the sum of the terms. We have n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1, and the common difference. So now we have the 12 terms, some of the first 12 terms. Now we have 12 over 6 2. A in this case is 4 plus n is 12, 12 minus 1, and d in this case is 6. So in this case now, I will have, this is 2, 2 times 4 is 8, 12 minus 1 is 11, 11 times 6 is 66. Alright, so for the first 12 terms we have 2, so if you add this together and multiply by 2, that will give you 4, 4, 4. So the sum of the first 12 terms is 444. Alright, for our last question, we have the following are the marks scored by 20 students in a test: 15, 11, 17, 25, and so on and so forth. So we have to prepare a frequency table for the distribution using class interval 10 to 12, 13 to 15, 16 to 18, and so on and so forth. So the next one is we have to calculate the variance of the distribution. And the last one, if the pass mark for the test was 16, find the probability that the student selected at random from the class failed. So first of all, we are going to go for the class interval. We have been given an hint. So 10 to 12, 13 to 15, 16 to 18, 19 to 21, 22 to 24, and 25 to 27. So the frequency, so numbers between 10 and 12. So we have 1 and 2. So there are only two numbers there. So the frequency there is 2. Numbers between 13 and 15, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5. 16 to 18, we have 3. 19 to 21, we have 2. 22 to 24, we have 6. Then 25 to 27. Alright, from 25 to 27, we have 2. Alright, the next one is to find the class midpoint. The midpoint here is 11. Midpoint here is 14, 17, 20, 23. The number between 25 and 27 here is 26. So we are going to find fx. We are going to multiply this by this. So 2 times 11 will give us 22. 5 times 14 is 70. 3 times 17 is 51. 4 times 20 is 40. 6 times 63 will give us 138. 2 times 26 will give us 52. Alright, so the mean minus the mean deviation, we have 7.65. So for this we have 4.65. The next one we have 1.65, 1.35, 4.35, and 7.35. So 7.65 raised to the power of 2. So we have 7.65 raised to the power of 2 is what? Is 58.5225. 4.65 raised to the power of 2 gives us 21.6225. 1.65 raised to the power of 2, 2.7225. 1.35 raised to the power of 2 gives us 1.8225. 4.35 raised to the power of 2 gives us 18.9225. Then 7.35 raised to the power of 2 gives us 54.0225. Don't forget, let's find the summation of this. Summation of the frequency. We have 20. So this will give us 22 plus 70 plus 51 plus 40 plus 138 plus 52 will give us 373. This part we have the frequency times this. So we have 2 times 58.5225 gives us 117.045. Same thing happens here. 5 times 21.6225 gives us 108.1125. Next thing, 3 times 2.7225 will give us 8.1675. Then 2 times 1.8225 gives us 3.645. So we have 6 times 18.9225, that gives us 113.535. Next one, we have 2 times 54.0225. This gives us 108.045. So we are going to find the summation of this. So we are going to add this together. So you're going to permit me to use my calculator in this case. Alright, so we have 458.55. Alright, so the second part of the equation says we should calculate the variance of the distribution. So first of all, let's calculate the mean deviation. We have summation of fx over summation of f. This will give us 373 over 20. That will give us 18.65. So for the variance, we have divided by summation of f. So this will give us 458.55, 458.55 over summation of f, which is 20. So this will give us 2.9275. So we're going to keep our answer in 2 decimal places. So we have 2.93, 2 decimal places. Now the last part of the question says, if the pass mark for the test was 16, find the probability that a student selected at random from the class failed. Alright, so in this case now, probability of a student failing when selected at random if the pass mark is 16. So in this case now, since the pass mark is at this interval, so we have 5 plus 2, that is 7. It therefore means that since 16 is a pass mark, so anyone that scores below 16 is failing. So this will give us, there are 7 students, 5 plus 2, so 7 out of the 20 students. So the probability of, if the pass mark for the test was 16, the probability that the student selected at random from the class failed is 7 over 20.
Alright, we've come to the end of our lesson today. I hope you learned a lot. Please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel for more exciting mathematics videos. Bye.